Cassidy.
Recording in progress.
Okay, so my name is Cindy Sid, and my project was on education and disabilities. So some mini facts about me. I'm a full-time student at College of the Canyons, and I was completing my associate's degree for business, going into accounting. But after this project, helping it give me a voice, I stood up to my mom and told her I'm changing it to criminology. Oh, and I'm also going to the University of Washington in Seattle. Okay, so what is special education? Special education refers to a wide range of services that provide students accommodations because of their disabilities. Why does this topic matter to me? So this topic matters to me because my younger sister, her name is Alexandra, she has a learning disability, and she always likes to talk to me about wanting to go to college because she looks up to me, and I'm sorry, and knowing that a lot of schools have turned down my sister because they think that she's going to be a problem in class, breaks my heart. And there's an article going on right now that they want to separate students with disabilities and students that don't have disabilities and make their own school, but I think that's bullshit, and they shouldn't do that because hanging out with kids helps these kids so much and develop and make these friendships. And as to for what's in my bag, this picture of my sister.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll put it there. Okay, so the history of this dates back to December 9th, 1951, all the way to May 17, 1957, during a court case of Brown versus the Board of Education of Topeka. Right now, this case dealt mostly with racial injustices, but many people saw that it shouldn't just deal with racial injustices, it should just deal with also being able to allow a lot of group of students to come in and experience that education that all of us are experiencing. Okay, another part of the history is in 1963, the founding father, as they call him, is Samuel A. Kirk of special education, and he did this really amazing thing where he had one of his graduate students work with this girl. I think she was about 8 years old, and they worked with her for 3 weeks, and they saw that her improvements in her learning abilities improved so much just by staying with her, and seeing this improvement showed a lot of people that you have to be with them in order for them to gain that knowledge, gain that responsibility, gain that confidence in themselves. So problem analysis. There are currently at colleges, there are currently not enough resources for students who need accommodation. One thing that I talked about was that there weren't a lot of I want to say tutors, but they're not actually tutors, they're more like interpreters, there we go. There weren't a lot of interpreters for many college students here, and that's like one of the things that we have to fix. And another thing is that IEPs are no longer helpful for students in colleges, and IEPs are basically the student plan that many of these kids get from kindergarten up until 12th grade, and it helps you see like their development, what they need to fix, and it's mostly just a meeting between a teacher and a parent. And because my mom does not speak English, I mostly attend them myself, so I have a lot of knowledge on these things. Some causes and effects. Due to unavailable resources, many students aren't able to get the full help they need along with the education that they desire. Just like the college kids here, like we need the interpreters, we need the help, because it's just something that they want to get just as we are wishing to get that education. So some solutions. So we as fellow college students can go around and lend a helping hand. So we can, if we know sign language, if we see someone with a visual impairment, we can guide them around school, help them take notes, or call their families and tell them, oh hey, like I'm in your child's class, this is what we learned. I don't know if you want to go over it with them, or I can come over and help them out. And yeah, so some best solutions would be looking at it. It seems to say that the government has provided funding for these type of programs, but I have experienced with my mom many people not accepting us into these programs because either they don't have enough space, they don't have enough resources, or it's just not enough funding, or they see that there is nothing wrong with my sister because she looks like a normal kid, but you don't know what many people are going through. And another thing that is not in here is my implementation. I went to Blue Star Ranch and Lark Ranch, and what they have is horseback riding for the disabled. And when I went, many people felt really happy because they just see someone and they like coming up to you and they like talking to you. And I met a lot of wonderful people. This was a new experience. I've never been on a horse because I'm always scared that it's gonna drop me. And because I'm really small, and a horse is like 2 times the size of me. But it's really nice to see all their like happy faces. And so, impact and conclusions, we can help many students. We can probably change someone's viewpoint on education, because there could be some students with a disability that are like, oh, why am I going to continue school if I can't do it? Or there's just like, oh, they told me that they don't have resources. And then we can also meet new people and befriend them, because I like meeting new people and I like making friends, because that's just me. And then we can also, we are not the only ones struggling for an education, so are they.